Introducing Lucha
What's going on, YouTubers? You are watching yet another Lucha Underground Season 2 review. This is episode 3. We are calling this one Last Luchadore Standing, which is the main event we got tonight between Fenix and King Cuerno. Tonight's episode was yet another solid episode for Lucha Underground. Now let me say this. I noticed that Lucha Underground likes to progress to bigger things. They don't always give us hard-hitting shows. Like the first episode this season, oh my god, it was knockout punch, great, amazing. Like, if you watch Lucha Underground, this is what you're gonna get kind of episode. And these last two episodes haven't been as hard-hitting, but you feel like they're leading to something going forward. Like, every single small detail is going to lead into something later on that's going to be a knockout. So, that's the feeling I got tonight for episode 3. I felt like, granted, the main event was really good. I really loved the main event. That was a hot main event. Because it's Fenix and King Cuerno. Where can you go wrong with those two? Great performers. But, tonight's episode, although not as hard-hitting as the first episode, and same thing with the last episode, I feel like it's leading to something a lot bigger. And I love the feeling of, I had to continue watching. Otherwise I'm going to miss something. You know, and this is something Lucha Underground has over WWE, meaning the main roster, not NXT. But there's this feeling of, you have to watch every episode. It's must-see. And again, if you haven't seen Lucha Underground, I implore you to get into it. This is a great time to really catch up and start watching. And if you are new and you watched the first season, or you caught glimpses of the first season and you just started watching this season, do know, and I promise you, things are gonna start hitting real hard as the season goes on. This is the progressionary period. This is the part where this is the point where they introduce you to the characters, and as things continue to grow and get much more further along, I promise you, things are going to start hitting you really hard. But, as I said, tonight's episode was pretty solid. We kicked things off with Cobra Moon versus Bengal, the cat feline wrestler. Unique, I love it, but I really love Cobra Moon. Whew! Woo! Man, yes sir! Hot, mamacita. By the way, that's what the crowd chanted at her, mamacita chant. She was extremely attractive. But her theme wrestler is the snake, or the cobra, if that makes sense. But the match itself, very good, very, luchador-esque. High flying was on point. Really enjoyed it. I love the finish. I love that her finisher is a dragon sleeper. I forgot what it was called. It's a snake reference. Those of you who know what the finisher is called, tell me down below in the comment section. I need to make a list of all finishers so I can have that ready for commentary. But if you know her finisher, please let me know down below in the comment section. But Cobra Moon did in fact beat Bengal on her debut, and I'd like to see more, much more of her. Woo! Yes, sir! Katrina has a couple of backstage segments. She had one where she confronted Fenix, or Fenix confronted her in her office, the office of Dario Cueto. Cueto, got it. Dario Cueto. And he demands a rematch against, King Cuerno, who took his championship, as he should. And see, what I love about this match, even though we've seen it before, Lucha Underground makes us want to see it again by doing a couple of things. First off, the second time we see it, guess what? It's not a singles match. It's a Last Luchadore Standing. We're raising the stakes. So, not every match is going to feel the same, right? The second match is a lot... It's going to mean a lot more going down forward, because if he wins this match, he gets a championship shot later down the line, but it's also a lot more interesting because now there's a stipulation on it. So now the third match, when they have another match, good God, guys, if they, and of course, if Fenix wins, if you saw the match, you know what happens. But when they have that third match going forward, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're gonna do. I hope they introduce a new match concept, and they're gonna kill it. They really, really are. Katrina gives him the match. She confronts Cuerno backstage and tells him that she's not very happy that he didn't finish the job the last time Fenix and him fought. As she shouldn't be, because Fenix apparently, and he should be, he is a threat to Mil Muertes, because Fenix has beaten Mil Muertes before. If I'm not mistaken, Fenix was the guy who put Mil Muertes out that first time last season, and then he came back stronger than ever. So there's heat there. And, of course, the champion, the wounded champion who sits on his throne, is kind of fearful of Fenix. And he shows that. And he showed that tonight after what happened at the end. So, yeah, she confronted Fenix. She confronted King Cuerno. And she confronted our hero, Prince Puma. Prince Puma was backstage looking in the mirror. Katrina pops out of nowhere like a witch. I like that whole appear-disappear kind of act she does, like a witch does. But she taunts, teases Prince Puma about losing Conan, his former manager. He got put in the casket and we never saw him again. But she then tells him that next week he will be fighting for the first time Pentagon Jr. Pentagon Jr. versus Prince Puma next week. That is a must-see. I am not going to miss that match. That's going to be awesome. And you shouldn't miss it either. That's going to be great. But love that stuff. I mean, they do, again, like NXT, they do a great job of making us want to tune into next week. Oh, I got to see next week. I got to see next week. Getting back to the matches here, we have Jack Evans versus Drago. And, man, when I heard that match, I'm thinking this is going to be a killer fucking match. The match itself was good. Please don't take it the wrong way. It is definitely a good match, and if you watch it, you will like it. If you did watch it, I'm pretty sure you did like it. My thing about it is, Jack Evans is going through this. Clearly, he's going through this transformation into a heel character, and I haven't really seen Jack Evans work a heel role before. I'm used to seeing him as that unorthodox, cocky, but still entertaining, flashy, high-flying, crazy stunt man that I fell in love with. In this match, he wasn't that. He was more ground and pound, nasty, dirty brawler. You know, he did some high-flying stuff here and there, but wasn't a lot. Wasn't the kind of performance I was expecting from him. And I think that was deliberate, because he's trying to be a heel character right now, and he had to cheat. He was cheating a lot throughout the match to take down Drago. And let me just say this real quickly. I love Drago's standing blockbuster. Like when he has Jack Evans bend over and he comes running and then he blockbusters him on top of his freaking head. That is freaking crazy. That is an awesome move. Jesus. But in the end, Jack Evans wins the match with a crazy roll-up. And it's like a it's a backslide pin. And then he flips over. He bridges over. And then he used the ropes because he's a heel. He's a bad guy. But he used the ropes to beat Drago. And then he gets outside the ring before my girl, Melissa, can announce him as the winner. How dare he don't ever interrupt Melissa. Anyways. But no, he interrupts Melissa. Tells her to shut up. And then calls himself Jack the Dragon Slayer Evans. To which I say, this feud is not over with. So, you know what? We might get that Jack Evans crazy stunt performance later down the line. Like I said, they like to build into their matches. They probably told him to hold off on the crazy stuff until later on. Just because that's going to make the bigger shows mean a lot more. So I look forward to it. And I'm pretty sure those two might main event a show. Maybe one. We'll see what happens. El Tejano cut a promo. He had a promo to build into his debut next week. And he's hunting down Chavo Guerrero. So we'll see how that goes. Not a really big fan of his, honestly. And not a big fan of Chavo either. So if you are, I hope you guys enjoy it. But now we get to the main event. Fenix versus King Cuerno. Last Lucha Standing. Really good match. Really good. And it felt like, it started off pretty solid. They started doing some high-flying things all over the place. But it just got progressively better and better and better and better. And the more I think about it, I felt like they did a lot more in their first match. But this match, they did a lot less, but it felt bigger. It felt they did more, It's crazy how that works. I love the spots where, Cuerno was just getting angry. Like, he was trying to put Fenix down. He was just getting angrier and angrier and angrier. And then he pulls out some weapons. He pulled out a ladder. He pulled out a table. And the moment he started pulling out the ladder, I was like, yeah, here we can go. This is exactly what we're talking about. Raise the stakes on him, And it just built and built. And, the finish was pretty cool. There's a table set up on the outside. And they lean the ladder up against one of the walls in the temple. Cuerno was gonna German suplex Fenix through the table. He kicks him off, climbs the ladder, and here comes Cuerno after him. Fenix gets on top of the roof of the office, and then kicks the ladder over. Cuerno falls with the ladder through the table. It looked a lot cooler than I explained it, but it was a pretty cool spot. Really good. Honestly, commentary could have been a lot more. I don't know. I kind of felt like commentary for this match was kind of... It wasn't like it hurt it, but that big moment should have been like, oh my god! But they were just kind of like, it kind of felt like they presented it as, oh, we've seen crazier stuff, which they have, but sell the moment! Sell it! Nitpick. Guys, see... As a reviewer, I do my best to let people know that I'm not completely, blind to the... Well, I say this. I'm not completely blind to the errors of the show. I'm not ignoring them. I see them. But problem is with someone like me, I get so swept up in shows like Lucha Underground that it's kind of hard for me to give a proper review and tell you what the issues are. It's not a perfect show, but what it does awesome. This main event was done very well. Fenix beats King Cuerno, by the way. He beats him, and I love that Mil Muertes, who still has the broken arm. Sell it! But he has the broken arm. He stands up out of his throne and goes, no! Damn it, no! No! He lets people know that, I don't like this guy. But there will be a third match. There will be another Fenix versus King Cuerno match, and I want to see it. See, Lucha Underground does it right. They do a great job of making me want to see more matches between the same two people. Unlike WWE that just gives us the same matches over and over and over and over again with no reason. No reason. But I want to see more Fenix versus King Cuerno. Not because they have good matches, but because there's stakes to them. There's a reason for them to fight. It's for the championship. It's for that Gift of the Gods championship. And there's some heat between them. Because Cuerno is keeping Fenix away from the big guy sitting on the throne. So if he can get through Cuerno, he can have Mil Muertes. So there's a reason for me to get behind Fenix. There's a reason for Cuerno to be the villain, to be the obstacle in his way. And now there's a reason for me to care. It's not hard, guys. It's really not hard. And because of that, we could do multiple matches with them and I not be bored of it. Because I guarantee you that third match for the Gift of the Gods Championship, there's going to be a stipulation. Might be ladder. Might be something crazy. I can't wait for it. It's going to be good. But, good match. The last thing on this show was, of course, they always do a vignette at the end of the show. Well, it has come to our... it has been brought to our attention that Cortez Castro from the crew, one of the three guys from the crew that used to work, well, I think still works with Dario Cueto. Cueto. Why do I say that? Cueto. Dario Cueto. Was an undercover. He was an undercover cop the entire time. The gangster, the bad boy gangster, one of them was an undercover cop the entire time, trying to take down Dario. That was one of those, whoa, okay. Well, boom, just when you have all the answers, I changed the questions. It's like, whoa, all right, he's a cop. And then, you know, his boss says, I want to take this guy down. You have a new partner. And his partner, and walks in Joey Ryan. You know what? I'm not going to be too hard on Joey Ryan. I do like the idea that he is a cop, and I kind of get, you know, a cocky, you know, fun-loving kind of cop vibe and a serious cop. Bad boy, bad cop, good cop kind of vibe with these guys. We'll see how that works. Could be something cool. I'm not gonna crap on it right now, and I'm not a big fan of Joey Ryan, especially after this whole penis trend. It's so stupid. But depending on how he's used in Lucha Underground, you know, I can just completely forget all about that. With that said, I do like the twist. I do like that Cortez Castro was a cop. So, I think his name is Officer Reyes. Cool. But good stuff overall. Looking forward to next week. Can't wait to see Pentagon Jr. versus Prince Puma and whatever they throw our way. You know, there was an Arrow Star package too I didn't talk about. I think he's coming in next week as well. So that's gonna be pretty cool, guys. Again, these first few episodes are always slow. It was slow last year. But they always take their times, the first few episodes, to introduce everybody and to get storylines back on track. But as time goes by, I promise you, those punches are going to start coming harder and harder and harder. And then Ultima Lucha, ooh! Boom, baby! That's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do coming this season. But, yeah, guys, that is my thoughts on Lucha Underground for tonight. Give me your thoughts about it down below, how you felt about it, the storylines, the characters, the matches, everything what I said in this video. And that's about it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. This is your boy, Deluxe Man, signing off. You guys take it easy. Peace.